Hi, I'm Monica. I'm the creator of A Right Hook blog and monicascreativejuices.com. I've been promising a post about my internship, and I wanted to do this video post, but my webcam wasn't working and technology was against me. I think I tweeted about hating technology a couple times, but hopefully this one will work. I'm filming this on my camera, which hasn't been connecting to my computer lately, but hopefully it'll work. So what I want to talk about is not my internship per se, but something I had to do at my internship. On Tuesday, my boss had me watch this webinar, and it was because she knows that I'm working on this blog for my capping project and everything. She thought it would be a good idea for me to watch this webinar about blogging and stuff like that, and it was 55 minutes long, and I'm thinking, God, this is going to be so boring. It was just audio, and so I was like, oh, there's not even going to be anything for me to look at, because, come on, we have short attention spans. It's, how it is in the digital era, but, it ends up being really, really interesting, and it was done by this author and blogger, Joanna Penn, and it was from her blog, actually, called The Creative Pen with 2 N's, and she was really engaging, very charismatic, and really, really helpful, which I actually didn't really expect. I thought I was going to be bored, and I wasn't. I actually took some notes, and so what I wanted to talk about was blogs and what to do to make your blogs better. Basically, like, the things I wrote down, things that I learned from the webinar that I took notes on. So again, it's Joanna Penn, from thecreativepen.com. Her latest book is called Pentecost. It's a thriller novel. Her first thriller novel, I'm pretty sure. Her first book was published in 2008, I believe, and she was very charismatic and engaging. She's British too, so it's always fun to listen to a British person speak. If you're American, that is. I don't know, there might be people who aren't American watching this, so I don't want to offend. But anyways, I'm just going to go down the list, and hopefully this video won't get too long, because I wrote down a lot of things, so I'll just hit on the most interesting ones. And what I really want to get out of this, and what I want you guys to get out of this, is to be thinking about, in your own blogs, do I do this, and should Monica be doing more of this? Because that's really what I'm trying to do here, is really just make this blog better, get it more exposure and things like that. So if people want to comment on this video, even if it's just to say get off the internet or something, that'd be great. So anyways, one of the first things I want to talk about, I want to see my list here, she said make updates regular, obviously, but put up videos as well as text. That's actually why I'm doing this video post. I don't know if I'm doing it well. I'm pretty nervous, kind of stumbling a little bit. But, she said basically mix it up. Don't focus on one, medium for what you want to say. So this is my first video post because of Joanna Penn. And with the updating regularly, right now I think this will be my 7th post, which is not a lot for a blog at all, but I'm just kind of having a hard time trying to think of things to say on my blog, I guess, because my website is really where I'm posting my articles, my essays, and stuff like that, so I'm not really sure how to differentiate my blog from my website, really. So that's one thing. She said it takes around 6 or more months to get real consistent traffic and loyalty. And so I'm wondering, as fellow bloggers and writers, how long have you had your blog? How long did it take to get real traffic and all this sort of thing? I haven't been blogging for too long. Haven't really gotten a lot of traffic at all, really. I think last time I checked the stats, it was like 20 people had viewed it. But one thing that was cool, one was from Germany and one was from Russia. So getting international up in here. So that's one thing. Just, as a newbie, just people with experience, make a comment and give me some advice on that. Blogging for readers versus blogging for writers. By the way, this webinar that I listened to, I'll post the link to the Creative Pen and to this webinar when I post this video. But in the blogging for readers versus blogging for writers aspect, I hadn't really thought of that. I don't really know who I'm blogging to. Because when you're blogging to other writers, you're probably going to talk about things differently, explain things differently than you would to readers who don't necessarily know a lot about what you're talking about or things like that. So, do you guys think of that? Are you blogging for writers or for readers? Not really sure. I should mention that this webinar was kind of geared towards authors who are looking to generate attention for their blog in order to get their work published and stuff like that. I just started doing this. I'm still in college. It's a little different for me, but it was still very helpful. So, moving on. Create content first and promote later. I was trying to do this simultaneously. I have a Twitter, I made a Facebook page, all of this stuff, and I was trying so hard to promote myself that I realized there's only a couple posts on my blog, not that many pieces on my website. Why am I promoting something that doesn't even have a lot up yet? So when she said that, it was kind of like, oh, duh. So gotta work on that. Gotta spend a lot of time just writing more stuff and getting stuff out there before I start tweeting about how awesome my website is. Totally check it out. And then there's nothing. That's not helpful to anyone. Don't be afraid to get personal. Readers want to know who you are. That's another reason why I'm doing this video post, because people want to put a face to the text and everything, want to get to know who they're reading, and who knows, maybe you'll really like my personality or something, and will want to start reading me more because, I don't know, you dig me, who knows. But one thing with that is, I'm not a huge fan of blogs that's just blogs that are online journals where people just kind of talk about their day-to-day stuff and their problems and things like that. So with the whole don't be afraid to get personal thing, I kind of am afraid to get a little personal because I don't want my blog to turn into that. I want it to be about my internship and my writing and media and things like that. So I don't how personal do you get on your own blog? What do you recommend in that area? Leave me a comment and we'll find out. If you can, post something controversial to get people to comment. I just realized that I've exclaimed, "Oh," before I've read each point. I don't know why, but this is another good point that Joanna made. If you can, post something controversial to get people to comment. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I think it makes sense because if people have a lot to say about what you're writing, there's going to be more traffic, they're going to comment more. But I guess it's should you write about what you want to write about because you want to write about it, or do you write about something that's a hot topic because you want traffic and not necessarily because you want to write about it? I can't really think of a lot of controversial things that I write about. I wrote an essay on gay marriage that I put on my website. I don't know. Tell me what you think about that. Do you write about things that'll get you more traffic, or do you write about things that interest you and that you think other people should be interested in? I don't know. One last thing, because I think this is getting kind of long. Blog a lot early, and you can ease up when the blog gets more loyal traffic later on. That makes sense, because you want to put a lot of content up so people will come back consistently. And you always want something new to be there. That's kind of a problem that I'm having right now. I'm getting started really slowly, so I feel like that's why I'm not getting a lot of the same people coming back. Because when I look at the stats from my website, I'll be like, oh, cool, like 20 page views today, but they're all unique visitors. And that's the case, like, most of the time, I think. So, okay, a lot of people are looking at my website, but not a lot are coming back. So I really need to get more stuff up there. But the part about you can blog and post less when you have more loyal traffic, I feel like you should ease up to save your own sanity, but you should still keep a consistent what am I trying to say? Consistent posting rate. You know what I mean. But what do you think about that? How often do you blog or post on your website? Leave me a comment about it. Obviously, I am a novice at this, so don't take too much stock in my opinion, because I'm sure there are more experienced writers and bloggers out there thinking, what is that girl doing? She does not know what she's talking about. Probably true. I just wanted this to be about what I learned from the webinar. Those were only a few points. I really, really recommend listening to it if you want some good pointers. And so her name is, once again, Joanna Penn at thecreativepenn.com, Penn with 2 N's, and her Twitter is also at thecreativepenn. So she's really nice too. I tweeted at her Wednesday, I think, telling her how much I love the webinar, and now she's following me on Twitter. So that's really nice. So yeah, I'm Monica. Please keep reading our Right Hook blog and monicascreativejuices.com. Please follow me on Twitter at Right Hook blog. That's WRITE, as in right. My Facebook page is called Monica's Creative Juices, and I think that's it. I have a LinkedIn profile, which links to my Twitter and website and everything. And if you want to get in touch with me more, I don't really give out my email or anything, but there is a contact box on monicascreativejuices.com, the homepage. If you fill that out, I'll get, if you want me to respond, I'll get back to you pretty quickly. So this has been my first video post. I hope I don't look too much like a dork. Okay, hope you guys liked it, and leave me your comments about what you thought about the points I mentioned. And before I go, I really need to point out, I'm doing this on my camera, and I felt really awkward standing up or having someone else film this, so I had to stack a bunch of homework and papers and books and my crayons. Yes, I have crayons and stuff like that. I'll turn this around and show you. That's what the camera has been sitting on this whole time. So, okay, so it's been about 14 minutes, which is a really long post, I understand, so I'm gonna stop now. And alright, that's it. Please leave your comments and tweet about this and stuff like that. Follow me and I'll follow you back. And so I guess that's it. Happy blogging.